Harihi Om, my dear holy souls. This is Mata Anantananda, Sri Sadguru Shivarama Avadhuta Ashramam, Kamavaram village, Kannur district, Andhra Pradesh state from Bharat, that is India. Under the caption of Wonderful Indian Folk Stories, we are enjoying the twistful, wonderful and suspensive and adventurous stories of Bhatti and Vikramaditya, the historical personalities of ancient India. In its series of videos, this is 84th one, the story of Margasimha, second part. Main incidents in the story are Margasimha had seen a beauty in a cave, informed to king. The king had escaped along with the lady by leaving Margasimha in danger. Vikramamba's question, Champakavalli's continuation. The outcoming skills from this story are: this story warns us as the cheat in friendship is really huge sin. The remaining story let us enjoy in the video. As we discussed in the previous video, Margasimha, the son of hunter, had gone to forest for the sake of hunting, but because of lack of practice, he failed to fetch a single bird even. His friends had commented on him, and they left to the city, and with the sorrowfulness and the because he felt very bad about the incident, so that he didn't want to go to home to show his face to his wife and mother with empty hands. That's why he traced out the deep path in the forest, and finally in the little light of the moon in the forest, he reached a cave by tracing the footpath like that. Then he thought, okay, let me take rest, let me sleep now in this cave. He thought like that and entered into the cave. What a wonder! In the cave there was bright illumination, but he didn't observe any lamp or any light there. Then he felt wonder. After within few seconds, when his eyes responded normally, so that he was able to watch what is there in the cave, what was there in the cave, so that he watched a wonder there. A beautiful girl, young girl, was sitting in the cave, and furthermore wonder, a old man, he seems to be a saint like that, was sleeping by keeping his head on her lap. By watching her beauty and that sight, Margasimha was wondered and frightened also. By that time, that girl also had watched him, and with a low voice, almost she murmured to Margasimha and said, "Oh man, who are you? This is very dangerous place. Immediately you leave this cave. If this saint leave from the sleep, if he watch you, then definitely he'll curse you and he'll burn you into ash. That much powerful this man. That's why leave the cave and escape from this danger. Save your life. Go now," she warned like that. And immediately Margasimha came out of the cave. Then he stood under a tree and thought, what a wonderful young girl she is. And I must inform about this to the king, because she is eligible to have a place as queen in the palace. So that by giving this information, definitely the king will reward me with any job, a higher position in his royal court like that. So it will be helpful to my life. He thought like that, and immediately he rushed towards the city, Cheturagiri. But he didn't go to his house. Straight away he reached the palace, and there he met the security guards of the palace and said, "I am Margasimha. I am the childhood friend of your king Chitrasena. While we were studying in the Gurukula, I had seen a great thing, a wonderful thing. I want to inform about it to the king directly. So please secure the permission for me to meet him. Then the security guards, because he is saying, he was saying that he was the childhood friend, and moreover he was about to inform to the king about a great wonder. That's why they thought on the next day, if king is interested about it, then he may punish us. That's why it's better to inform about him. They thought like that. So immediately they rushed towards the bedroom of the king, and there they informed about that info to the servants there who were on the duty at the bedroom. Then they had gone inside, the servants, and made the king to wake up and informed about this. Actually, Chitrasena didn't forget about the childhood friend of as Margasimha, but because of the ego of the kingdom, he didn't consider him as a friend. But now, when the servants told about Margasimha, who was waiting to inform about a great wonder, then immediately he remembered about the friendship, and he said to the servants, "Let him get enter, as he is my childhood friend." Then the servants and the security guards gone to the entrance of the palace, and they informed to the waiter who was waiting there, Margasimha, and said, "Yes, the king had permitted you, go inside." Then with happiness, Margasimha entered into the palace inside. There Chitrasena was waiting for him in a sit out, and he asked him to sit another chair in front of him, and then said, "Oh, my dear friend Margasimha, how are you? Don't think otherwise about me, because I didn't call you, and I didn't consider you as a friend, and I didn't entertain you because of the tenses of royal works, duties. I was like that, but I didn't forget your friendship. Oh, my dear friend, don't feel any agony to me. Then now let me know what is the wonder you have seen." Then Margasimha said, "Oh, my dear friend, okay, my great king, actually you have forgotten about me. No, as you said, you were in the tenses of on the workload, that's why you didn't consider me. But I have lost my father. I didn't practice my family profession, so that my family was almost on fasting. So I waited for your entertainment, that you may provide a little job for me in your court. That's why I waited for long time, but in vain. That's why, with the advice of my co-people, I mingled with the team of my family profession, that is hunting. I had gone into the forest, but because of lack of practice, I didn't get even a single bird, a little rabbit like that. My co-people had laughed at me, and after hunting they left it to the city. But with empty hands, I didn't like to show my face to my family members. That's why I traced the forest path, so that I walked and walked deep into the forest, and finally I traced a foot way, so that without thinking anything, because of the mental desperation, I traced that way, and finally I reached a cave. Then I thought that I may take rest there. That's why I entered. But what I have seen, it's a great wonder. There the cave was illuminated like anything, but there was nothing, any lamp. More wonder is, there was a young lady. I can't describe about her beauty. She's like a divine dancing girl, or else she might be daughter of any great king like that. She was very beautiful. God Brahman had taken special care to create such a body, such a beauty. I thought like that. But very sorrowful thing, what you know, my dear king, a old man, a saint, was sleeping by keeping his head on her thigh, on in her lap. But by watching me, she said, "Go away, otherwise the saint may get up from the sleep and he may curse." That's why I left the cave. But I thought that she might be very right choice to marry. If she is in the palace in the position of a queen, it will be a great asset, a great thing to our kingdom. Even people will be happy and you also will be very happy. That's why I want to inform you. That's why I came here. Then Chitrasena felt very happy and he hugged his friend Margasimha, and immediately he made arrangements, by the way, with a little crew on the horses, and he arranged another horse for Margasimha also, and said, "Margasimha, you just trace out the way and we follow you. Let us reach the cave." And Margasimha felt very happy, and along with the crew and king, he had traced the path, and finally they were reached near to the cave. Then the king Chitrasena said, "Oh, my dear friend Margasimha, how far it is? Is it near the cave here?" Margasimha said, and shown by showing his hand, "There the cave is, my dear king." We reached. Then Chitrasena said, "My dear friend Margasimha, if all of we go into the cave, there might be a danger. The saint may get awake from the sleep and he may curse us. He might curse us. That's why I'm telling a trick here. So do one thing. First you go inside and manage her to come out of here. Then I'll ask her to reach me. Then I'll keep her in the protection of my security guards. I'll come into the cave and let us kill him. Then all of we can go to the palace and we can enjoy the life." And Margasimha said, agreed for that trick, and entered into the cave. Then the young girl, the beauty, said with a low voice, "Hey man, are you fool? You idiot. Once you came here, I warned you. You left. And once again you came. Why you have come here? If the saint get up, he may curse you. I think it's your fate to death. You idiot," she said. Then she continued, "Go away from here," she warned very rudely. And then, but Margasimha said, "Oh, mother, you beautiful lady, you are eligible to live in the king's palace rather than this cave. You are very suitable to marry a handsome young king, but not live with this old man. That's why I informed about you to my king, and I got him here. My king was waiting outside the cave, and you please go there and reach him, and you be there, and the king will come into the cave. Both of we will kill this saint, and then all of we can go to the palace together and we can enjoy the life." By hearing this, the young lady felt very happy. "But how can she escape from here?" she said. How can I go? How can I escape from this? Because this old man was sleeping in my lap. If I make move, he may awaken. He may awake." Then Margasimha said, "Don't worry, my dear mother. I'll give my thigh to this old man as a pillow. Then you can escape from here." She felt very happy and she agreed for it. And then immediately Margasimha had approached the place, and slowly, with tactfulness, he lifted the head of old saint and kept it in his lap, and asked the young lady to go out. And she, without making any noise, she left the cave, and she rushed towards the group, and she met the king. By watching her, the king felt very wonder, and he hugged her and immediately in the Gandharva tradition he got married her, and then he said, okay, Margasimha will escape from the cave by any manner, let's go. He said like that, and immediately he had taken her on the horse and he turned to the palace along with his crew. And Margasimha in the cave, he was waiting and waiting, and it is almost coming to dawn. The king didn't enter, and he felt very frightfulness and was waiting. By saying like this, Champakavalli said, my dear friend Vikramamba, do you hear? This much of the fake friendship. In friendship there must be sincerity. My friendship with you is with high sincerity. I think that you are my life itself. You are half part of my mind and my body. Like that I am loving you. I am very fond of you. But you are showing some indifference with me. Then Vikramamba said, my dear Champakavalli, you are a nice friend to me. I feel very lucky that I am having a friend like you. But okay, let us discuss about the faith and bads of friendship later. First of all, I am very interested about Margasimha's future. What happened to him? Let me know. Then with a beautiful smile on the lips, Champakavalli said, okay, I'll continue the story. By saying like this, she continued the story. What will be that the next part of this story? Let us enjoy in the coming up video. I'm stopping here. Harihi Om. Thank you for watching.